Good. So good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this special webinar with the Member Services Department. And to say congratulations to everybody, because if you are joining this call, it's automatically that you have qualified and you are in the process of being called into membership, or you're in the process of graduating. And it's something we normally do for our students who qualify, as well as all those who have qualified in the recent exam. And it's my joy to first congratulate you for making it through this difficult journey. And another journey is about to begin, which we normally call paper 3.5. The paper that you have to subject yourself to, or the process you have to go through in order to be able to graduate or be called into membership. And our advice that we pay very important attention to the process, because if not, it could become another trouble for you. So we as accountants, the expectation is that we need to be compliant. We need to follow instructions. And that is the aim of this exercise, so that you are guided through the process and to ensure that you complete every process relevant in order to become a member or to graduate as an associate. So on the call, we have I have my sister on the call, Equia Frimpong. She's manager member service. She does this for us almost every time that we have students qualifying. And she's going to take charge of the meeting and help you appreciate all that you need to do in order to go through the process. And I'm sure she's ready. There's no time to wait. I will quickly invite her and give her the platform. So if you have questions, I'm sure most of those questions will be dealt with as she proceeds with the explanation. If you have any questions, you can put them in the Q&A section of the menu bar in front of the webinar. You can see there's a menu bar. You can put the question in there. And I'm sure as she's having to explain the issues, she will surely deal with them. But where we are done with all that and some are not yet dealt with, I would emphasize them to her to deal with them. So we will limit verbal questions or oral questions as much as possible. And maybe at the end of the session, maybe I'd meet some few people to ask direct questions. But as I advise, put your questions across within the Q&A box so that it can be easily dealt with as she proceeds with her presentation. So I think that is good. We can kick off now. So, Madam Equia, if you are ready, we are ready to have you. I'm sure you want to display your screen. Or you want
Yes, I will share. I will share in due course, but I hope you can hear me.
You are loud and clear.
Okay, great. So, good afternoon once again to everyone on board, and I also congratulate you for accomplishing such a humongous feat. Yes, it's huge because it's not been easy. I've been in your shoes before, so I really empathize with you. But that notwithstanding, the world still goes on, and so we move. We are going to be going through quite quickly because I have another meeting I have to be in by 3 o'clock and I need to prepare. So to continue, you've already received 3 mails, one yesterday and two today. And if you've received them, I believe you've complied with the timelines stated therein. The first email, which I'm going to share on my screen right now.
Yes, it's provided that one is.
Can you see my screen, please?
Not yet.
Okay.
Um,
I believe it's visible now.
yeah, very visible.
Okay, so you've received the screen, which is informing you regarding the various forms we need you to fill. There are databases that I work with, and these databases are two. The first one is with the final exam certificate, the name as it would be printed. If you give us any name which is different from what is supposed to be there as per on your portal, which most of you would also view it as though it is given to you during the pass list, which has been published. Your name that is on your portal should be the same as the one which is printed on your certificate. So in order to streamline everything and make sure that we do not have candidates or applicants or associates coming back to us, and the name that is printed is different from the one that's on my Ghana card or wherever. That is why you've been given the opportunity to give us that particular name. You were given a timeline that the form would stop receiving responses by 12 p.m. I have extended it because I've noticed that only 329 people have filled. You are 357 in number. And if 329 have completed the form, that is incomplete. I would encourage you to please spread the word and let your friends out there who might not have filled the form quickly go and then fill it. By 3 o'clock, the form will stop receiving responses. It's been extended. So kindly ensure that you please do that. For those ladies or for those gentlemen, the ladies, I say, as if you've gotten married and you've decided to take your husband's name, congratulations. But it comes at a cost or at a price. The reason being that that is not your maiden name. Your maiden name is what is on your portal. So that particular name is what will be printed on your certificate. If you so wish for it to be changed, one person called me this morning and we've already resolved her own. If you so wish for your name to be changed, what you need to do is to kindly write to us officially. Please do not fill the Google form with that new name. If you do, it would not be done. The correction will not be done. Any new name which will be filled in the Google form and submitted to us will not be effected without an official communication. And if you are sending that mail for the name change to be effected, ensure that you attach to that official communication, that is by sending us via mail, either to my personal official email, which is sekia.frimpong@icagh.com, or the official member services email address, which is memberservices@icagh.com. In the event that you are sending this particular mail to officially inform us that your name has changed and you would want the system to be updated, so you would have to attach a copy of the affidavit. Secondly, you would have to attach the gazette, because an affidavit is not a legal document unless it's been gazetted into the annals of the Republic of Ghana. So an affidavit, number one. Secondly, a gazette stating categorically the name or maiden name and then the updated name. And then the last one is to also add a copy of your Ghana card. A copy of your Ghana card. Whosoever has also done an amendment or a change in their names should also ensure that when applying for membership, I will come there later, but when applying for membership, ensure to also upload this information, scan your Ghana card and the affidavit and the gazette together as one document and upload it when you are filling the application for membership. There's a particular section which requires you to update your personal profile, and there is where you would be uploading this document. Please ensure that you comply by it. I'm going to repeat one particular important line again. Under no circumstances should you fill the form, that's the Google form, to let us know the name that will be printed on your final exam certificate. You should not fill that form with a new name which does not comply with the name that is on your associate portal. If there is any disparity, that name will not be effected. Okay, the second form that you received, as you can see, there are two forms. I've spoken about the first one. The second one is to be filled by only those who have attained the required 36 months or that you so wish to apply for membership. I have realized that some of you and you have gone into the portal to go and apply for membership. Meanwhile, you don't even know what we require from you, yet you have gone ahead to go and apply for membership. I have rejected all of those applications because you do not meet any of the requirements which were stated in the instructions. It is very important that you read the instructions that have been sent to you in the second mail which was sent this morning. Please, it is very, very important that you read every line by line. I believe you passed your strategic case study, you've passed your corporate reporting, you've passed advanced taxation, and you've also passed advanced audits and assurance. So reading and understanding a question or reading and understanding instructions shouldn't be a problem here. As Ellie said earlier on, please, if you do not apply by those instructions therein stated, your application will be rejected. And the timeline, as you've seen in the congratulatory letter which was sent to you, is very short. We don't have time to be going back and forth with an application. And so you might not receive your approval by the time we are doing an induction, which means you will have to wait. And we don't know when next this year we'll be doing another graduation and induction ceremony. So please read the instructions if you are applying for membership before you tackle the membership application. It would be difficult if you do not read the instructions and understand. It is very simple, very self-explanatory, and I know that you would sail through very quickly. So now we move to the next part. I believe my next screen is also visible.
Not yet.
So I'm sharing another screen. So that is the instructions.
It's live now.
Okay. So with the instructions, this is where all my headache comes from. There are some applicants whose applications have been rejected about 10 to 15 times just because they fail to read and even understand, and they even interpret it as they would want, which unfortunately isn't the case. So we are going to go through line by line, and after this, I'll take questions. Very importantly, we've already resolved the names, but then you are supposed to also upload your Ghana card or passport, not your birth certificate. Very important to me here.
I think you are muted or
Yes, sorry, I had a little issue. Please, can you hear me?
yeah, you are fine now.
Okay. So first and foremost, please ensure that you fill your biodata. The names are already on the portal, so for that, it shouldn't even be a problem. But then when we are going forth, you are supposed to upload your Ghana card or your passport, not your birth certificate. You can see it's been highlighted. Upload your Ghana card or your passport. We get applicants still uploading birth certificates. And your year of completion will also get there as well. You are supposed to scan a white background passport size picture and upload it onto your portal. The size should not be more than 1 megabyte. It should not be less than more than 1 megabyte. Please, I would have to go off a little while. I have an issue.
While we wait for her, she'll be back soon. But can you pause the meeting while she sorts out and come back?
There was an issue that required my yes. So we can proceed. So we've done with the name, what to upload. That is your Ghana card or your passport. Upload a picture. I've realized some people have different types of pictures on their portals. Some with their wives and children, others with green background, some people's hairstyle and it is a professional page. Anybody who opens and sees you will address you as they see you. It is not a family page, so we don't want to see any of our family members whom you did not sit and write the exam with. We only know you. So kindly take a white background passport size picture and upload it on your portal. The format is JPEG. It does not accept PDF, and the size should not be more than 1 megabyte. so you don't have to experience any problems. Ensure that it is JPEG, white background, and it's not more than 1 megabyte, and upload it onto your portal. Then we come to the most important one. Please save that picture again with your full name. Those people that don't know how to save documents, I beg you, at this point, please learn how to save documents. We get applicants sending us emails. They'll send a picture, and then as part of the body of the email, they'll give us the name and where they work. We don't want it like that, because then you are giving us extra work to go and then save the picture again for you. Kindly save the picture with your name and where you work, your workplace, and send it as soon as possible and by the date that it's been stated in the congratulatory letter. Send it to admissionsupport@icagh.com. This particular picture is what will be presented in the graduation and admission brochure. If you don't bring us a picture, please don't expect to see your face in the graduation brochure. Your name will come, but your face will not show. And that brochure too is only printed once and will be given to you once at the graduation ceremony. So please ensure that. In fact, graduation ceremonies are also held once for each batch. There will not be another one. So if you miss this one, you've missed it. Unless probably you go in and you edit, or maybe you take your own picture and you paste it amongst your friends. Well, that one is left to you. Then number 4, ensure that all the sections have been filled. Please, every part in the application process is very important. Please ensure that you fill every part in it. If you do not fill the Google form that you intend to apply for membership, if you don't fill it, that means you are not applying for membership. Another mail has been sent to you today indicating when you would receive the bills on your portal. That is the reason why we asked you to please fill those Google forms. It's for billing purposes. If you feel that you'll be applying for membership, your portal will not be billed. The reason being that the 6,130 is payable upon approval of your application. We do not bill you before you complete. But then the 3,045 or 50 something, that is the graduation fees, will be billed to those who did not fill the Google form. That is the graduation fees. That means you are not applying for membership, and so we are only billing you with your graduation fees. I believe that point has been made clear. Then we come to the date of completion, which will be also on your biodata. The date of completion is when you wrote your last paper. I believe this time around we're looking at about 7th or 8th of March. So you can put 8th March 2025 there. Please ensure that you comply with the date format. If you go and then you do it day and then month, which is not how the system is like, it requires month and then day before the year. If you interchange it and you do day and then month instead of month and then day, most of you will be getting July and then August 2025, which will result in the rejection of your application. So please ensure that the month is March, the day is when you wrote your last paper and you qualified, and then the year 2025. We've rejected people's applications based on wrong years of completion entered. Your educational certificates are also supposed to be uploaded as well. Ensure that they are in a format which is less than 1 megabyte. If you upload and it's not going, that is because either it is not in a good format, so please ensure that you comply with the format that the system will give you, and that you also ensure that it is less than 1 megabyte. Now we come to the work experience portion. Some of you have attained 36 months at one place. Please, this part is very important and it is very key to your application. So kindly avoid any distraction and give me your full attention here. This is where most of your questions come from. And this is where a lot of the mistakes also come from. So please listen from this section towards the end. It is very important. I'm also very happy that the conversation is being recorded. I deem this as a conversation, not necessarily as a presentation. So I believe you would go back and play before you tackle the application. 36 months or 3 years is the minimum work experience that you need to acquire in order to apply for ICAG membership. If you have not attained the 36 months, this is not for you. Please do not attempt to apply for membership if you have not attained the 36 months. If you have attained 36 months at one working place, congratulations. I have been with ICAG for 11 years. So that should give me about, 121. Yeah, I don't know though. Please do the math for me. So 132. So that is how long I have been with ICAG. If you have worked in your current workplace for more than 36 months, please indicate from when you commenced and from when you are. So the to date, it has a from and then to. The to is the day you are submitting the application. Please, some of you are future people. I have no idea if you have time travel machines in your workplaces. I've got applicants, or I've received applicants with applications who have sent me work durations which end as far off as 2036. I have no idea what is going to happen there, but that is when they are still working. So please, the from is when you began that work, and to is the day you are submitting your application. Please ensure that you comply by this. Then we come to the other section. Please do not upload any, that is number 5. I'm moving from 8 to 9. Do not upload any document when you are providing your work history. Even if you fill a primary referee, please don't upload any work history. It is not necessary for you to do that. Coming back to number 8, upload a CV under the employment tab. So your work experience is also filled under the employment tab. You are supposed to ensure that the CV corresponds to the period you state in your work experience, with the months and years clearly stated. Some of you fill in your CVs 2019, you started from Ejay Kojo Company Limited to 2022 at Adwa Sewa Enterprise. If we are calculating the months and the years, how do we calculate? If you are calculating the months, especially, when in 2022 when in 2019 did you complete, or did you commence, and when in 2022 did you complete your work there? We expect that whatever details you are giving to us should be calculatable. Let me give you an example. At Ejay Kojo Enterprise or Company Limited, you started work there on the 2nd of February 2019, and you left Ejay Kojo, or maybe you are still there. So we expected that the 2 would be maybe to date, because you are still there. If you have left there to Adwa Sewa Enterprise, that would be maybe in 2022. So that should be somewhere maybe in August 2022 that you left Adwa Sewa. If you've forgotten the exact day, you can just give us the month and the year. It is very important, the month and the year, so that we will be able to calculate. We don't do years, we do months. So if you give me February 2022 to April or to March 2023, I know that you have been there for about 25 months. It is easier, 37 months. So it is easy for me to calculate. Then we move, and please also ensure that the details or the period that you provide for us under the work experience in the employment tab on your portal is the same as or corresponds to what you're also giving us in your CV. Any disparity would result in a rejection. And you might be wondering, you are plenty. We have your time. We check per. No information escapes us. So please, can you ensure that you do the correct thing before you submit? Then the number one wahala, referees. I realized that some of you, those who were in a hurry to apply for membership, were asking for reference forms. They've already been sent to you. Every reference form goes with a cover letter. Every reference form that you are submitting to any referee must have a cover letter accompanying it, because the person will be asking you, okay, so what is this? What am I supposed to do? Everything that is required of the referee is in the reference letter. So kindly ensure that you please attach a copy of the reference letter that has been given to you in the congratulatory mail. Please do that for us. 36 months or more work experience is what we require in order for you to qualify to apply for ICAG membership. You are required to provide 2 referees. In the event that you have worked for 36 months in your current workplace, then you can proceed and then provide us with 2 referees from that workplace. Please, I take this again. If you have worked for 36 months or more at your current workplace, you can provide all the 2 referees from your current workplace. If you are lucky and you have 2 ICAG members at your workplace, you can provide all the 2 from your workplace. In the event that you only have 1 ICAG member at your workplace, you can present that person plus someone also who is in a supervisory role. And please ensure that any referee that you are providing is in a supervisory role. That person has supervised your work. Please ensure that any referee that you provide has supervised your work. And please also ensure that if you are providing any referee who is an ICAG member, the person is in good standing. What we mean by good standing is that that person should have paid his or her 2025 annual subscription or does not owe any annual subscription. The fact that we are asking you to provide 2 ICAG members doesn't mean that one can be in good standing and another person might not be in good standing. That is not the case. Please ensure that any ICAG member you are providing is in good standing. I believe this point has been made very clear. Now we come to the complications that might come along in this variation as far as the referee's provision is concerned. So we have people who have worked in different companies and at different capacities. The work experiences that we also accept minus part-time. Part-time work experience is not accepted. I repeat, part-time work experience is not accepted. Please take note. If you have done any part-time anywhere, please do not present it. We will not accept it. If you are working concurrently in 2 places, please ensure that you only provide the place where they pay your official emoluments. That is your SNIT, your PAYE, your PF. That is where, under the laws of Ghana, are your full-time employment. If you are lucky and you are self-employed and you don't work for anybody, I will come to you. But let's deal with those who are employed under other people. In the event that you have worked in different capacities, as in internship, that is accepted. If you worked under contract, that is also accepted. If you were also working for in a capacity whichever but then a national service is also accepted. So internship, contracts, national service, they are all accepted. The ones which we do not accept are if you are a tutor in an SHS, that doesn't qualify you to apply for membership. But if you are working in an SHS in the accounts department, that's under the bursary, or in the finance office of an SHS or university or wherever, that we will accept. Or if you work in a school in the accounts department, you can apply. If you work under, so the experiences which are also accepted are under audit, accounting, taxation, ICT. These are the various assessments that your referees would have to be providing for you. So cumulatively, the 36 months, someone would come in and be telling us that, oh, my current place, I've only worked there for like maybe a year, but I did internship 3 months here. I did some internship there. I did my national service at another place, and I did a contract here. Cumulatively, you would have to provide referees from all of these places that make up the 36 months experience. Let me take it again. In the event that you did not attain your 36 months at one place, but then you attain it at different places, cumulatively to make the 36 months or more, you are required to provide referees from all of these places. And at least one of the referees that you provide, maybe it might be 4 referees that you are bringing, at least one of them must be an ICAG member who is in good standing. If you are also fortunate and you are able to provide us referees who are all ICAG members from all of these places, ensure that this person or those people are all in good standing. I believe that point is also clear. Referees who are disqualified are your lecturers, your friends, your family members, your uncle, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, your cousin, and others whom you have no work relationship with. Even if you have worked with your uncle or your father or your mother, they do not qualify to give you or to represent you as a referee. Please do not submit such people in compromised capacity, because their independence and objectivity is compromised. So please do not submit such persons as your referee. And as I mentioned early on in number 11, do ensure that any ICAG member you provide as a referee is a member in good standing. We check that data. We have that data and we check it. And in the event that the referee you're also presenting, please ask the person if the person is registered on the ICAG portal. If the person is not registered on the portal, please kindly ensure that and make sure that this person registers on the portal, because we've realized also that some members are not registered on the portal, yet they might have got to pay outside of the portal, which also makes checking very difficult for us if they are in good standing or not. So please ensure that whichever member you're also presenting is registered on the portal and have made their subscription payment on the portal as well. Then we come to another section. I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. How do I also qualify to do this? If you are an entrepreneur who has opened your own firm or your own company and you're doing your own thing, and yet you still also want to apply for membership, there is the opportunity for you as well. Under the Companies Act, every company must have auditors. And so your auditors do qualify to also give you the reference as well. So you can provide references from your auditors. And for anybody to whom might also be in a dilemma, my company does not have anybody currently, or my firm does not have any ICAG member in our employment. What do I do? Your supervisor can be one of your referees who might also not be an ICAG member. And then your auditors, because as I've early on mentioned, every company under the Companies Act must have auditors, and your auditors definitely are ICAG members. So please reach out to them, and whoever is your auditor and is giving you the reference must also be in not less than manager position. Please, we don't accept references from any audit senior or audit associate, from manager upwards. So please ensure that this is also well noted. And as we proceed, number 12, I've already mentioned that if in the event that you do not have an ICAG member in your organization, a senior person from your auditors who is an ICAG member in good standing can be your referee. And now, one of the things which also come back to us, I have worked in 3 companies. I have left that company. And now you are asking that as part of getting the 36 months, my previous company, I have to provide reference from there. So I go there and my former supervisor has left. What do I do? In the event that your former supervisor has left the employment of your previous company, he or she would also qualify to give you the reference form. Now, what this person has to do for us is what is also very important here. I'm going to be sharing a screen of how the reference form looks like. And this is where I would need you to please pay very rapt attention to. Please, is it clear? Can you see?
Yeah, it's
Hello?
clear. It's very clear.
Okay, good. So this is how the reference form looks like. Every referee is supposed to fill in with their surname and their other names and indicate their title, whether Mr., Mrs., Ms., Dr., Prof., Reverend. The list goes on. They should tick, ensure to tick whether male or female, and then state their nationality and indicate as to whether they are ICAG members or not. If they are to quote their membership number under 1.5, and then to indicate as to whether they've paid under 1.6 their subscription to date, to take either a yes or a no, which I believe would be automatically a yes. They have to indicate their mobile number, we call them sometimes, and then also their email address because we contact them as well. And to give us their Ghana card number. This is for verification of their identity. So please ensure that your referee quotes that. Then under 2.0, we need the position or rank of the referee. Just as I mentioned, if the person is in an audit firm or your auditor, we also check from here. And also to indicate whether it's your supervisor or not. That is under 2.1, relationship of referee to applicant. It should ensure that they are either your supervisor or director. However, but the person must be in a supervisory position as far as your work hierarchy is concerned. Then we come to the the name of organization. So the reason why I came back here to relate the instruction to this particular referee that you've worked with in your former employment has left that place to a different place. Under 2.0, they can indicate their position in their current workplace. 2.1, relationship of referee to applicant. This referee who was your former supervisor at your former place should state that he was your former supervisor and indicate the name of the former workplace there, not their current workplace. So suppose I was working first with Auntie Mary Enterprise and I have left there, and Mr. Ejenim was my former supervisor and he has left there as well. Mr. Ejenim will state under 2.1 relationship of referee to applicant that former supervisor at Auntie Mary Enterprise. And the name of organization would be his current workplace. Maybe he's working at Ochiberiate Manufacturing Company Limited. I believe this example is clear. Let me take it again. Mr. Ejenim was my former supervisor at Auntie Mary Enterprise, but he currently works, he's left Auntie Mary Enterprise and he's currently working at Ochiberiate Manufacturing Company Limited. So, under 2.1, relationship of referee to applicant, he would state that former supervisor at Auntie Mary Enterprise. And then under 2.1 again, under name of organization, he would quote Ochiberiate Manufacturing Enterprise or Manufacturing Company Limited, please. I stand corrected. Then he needs to state the nature of business or the sector the company belongs to, and then postal address, location of their organization, and he would have to state under 3.1 the name of the applicant. That is, he's giving me the reference. So he will quote my name, Ifya Fakuma Frimpong. Then under 3.2, from. So you remember when I was mentioning the CV, I mentioned that we calculate in months. So you would have to quote the month, which is from when, January 2020 to when, to date. Maybe you are still working there. But in the case of Mr. Jenny, whom I have left his company, his former company, and he's also left that same former company, he would now state the period when he knew me and he supervised my work. So he can quote there January 2021 or January 2020 to maybe I left there in 2022 to say February 2022. So that when we are calculating how many is the years that he, from this period that has been stated, you state the number of years and you state the number of months as well on the reference form. This particular section has resulted in a lot of people having their applications rejected. Please ensure that when your referee also completes this reference form, you pick it from your referee, you scan and you upload it on your portal. Please, I take it again. Take the reference forms from your referee, scan and upload it on your portal. In the event that nature of employment contract, this is where I told you, we do not accept part-time. So if your referee does a mistake, or if he knows genuinely that you did part-time and he takes part-time, automatically that disqualifies that particular submission. Full-time is what is accepted. So we know that you'll be submitting something with full-time taped. Then applicant's grade and work schedule kindly attached to the form. This particular form does not have that space for it. So this grade and work schedule can be typed on a Word document and scanned together with the reference form, and then you upload it. But please ensure that the document size is not more than 1 megabyte. So please ensure that that is the case. Now, the fun side, the assessment, 3.5. I don't know if it's sometimes maybe a referees near so many how. I don't even understand. Somebody will go and then bring somebody will say not applicable, especially those who have not worked under auditing. Some people will also say good, very good, excellent. To be rating it. We do not accept ratings. They are supposed to be stated. In fact, your referees are supposed to relate or give us a narration of your work experience with regards to how they assess you under accounting, how they assess you under auditing, how they assess you under taxation, under ICT. And I do not think in this current modern era, no referee would say you've not done anything in accounting. That's definitely you would have done. But auditing, yes, although you did not work with another audit firm, we always audit any auditing is not just going to pick a document and then finding observations and then writing reports on them. Auditing is even paying attention to the details to ensure that whatever document you are working with meets the policies you work with and are also up to standard and correct before you issue any payment voucher or whatever it is. So please, your referees must also give us an assessment under auditing. Every documentation undergoes taxation in one way or the other. So that also we expect. And I believe that everybody is using a computer. I doubt in this modern era too, we'll be using notebooks. We no longer open those huge journals. Please ensure that these assessments are given and the opinion of your referee as to whether we should admit you or not. Everything should be narrated. They should give us the documentation written either by hand or typed. Now, let me sound a word of caution here. I know that some of your referees are tech savvy and would want to edit in PDF, which is very possible. But please, it is a one-page document and there's a format that we've put it into. And under no circumstance should any referee please go in and change or edit our document for us. If you present a 2-page document, it will be rejected, as in the reference form. Instead of it being 1 page, but now 2 pages, it becomes 3 pages, and the lines, the spaces, it will just be basa like that. Nobody should tamper with our reference form. Please, just as you receive it, bring it like that. We beg you. And please ensure that the referees sign and stamp the reference form. It's very important. They should sign and stamp the reference form and date it at the date that they are submitting it to you. It is very, very key that you do that. I'm going to stop sharing this and go back to the instructions. So we were on number 13. I believe the explanation that I gave there, we can still visit the recording later. And number 14 we are going on is the reference form provided in your mail should be filled, signed and stamped, as I've already said, by your 2 referees. So each of them have to do that independently and duly uploaded on your portal. For each of them, when filling the application under the referees tab, we realize that some of you put in the referee name and you don't pay attention to the documents that you're also uploading. Reference form, you go and open and you find somebody's picture there. Reference form, you go and I even found somebody's marriage certificate. Can you imagine? Please, kindly ensure that you pay attention to every document you are uploading. Somebody even uploads their passport picture. Ensure that whatever you are uploading, you label the document very well. Now, one problem or one challenge I also face is that when I'm reviewing your application to submit for further processing, how you save your documents make your documents also inaccessible to us. Just save their documents by just the name. The name, Keke. If it is your CV, just say CV. And probably you can do hyphen your name. Or your name _ CV. Don't go and bring a hashtag at some people even bring the ampersand, which is the and know how we do the sign end. Please, we don't need any special characters when you are saving a document. It makes it inaccessible. As soon as you do that, it encrypts it and we are unable to access it. So please just save the document with just the name, Keke. The name of the document is fine. For as long as it is found on your portal, we know that it is for you. Don't go and and decode it and code it and make a why? We are not professional hackers. Just be as basic as possible for us. And also, please let your referees sign and stamp the documents. The reference form teach you. In Ghana, the Obia will stamp. Obia only stamp no. Nipa no ewo. The person also has a digital stamp. Please make sure that your referees sign and stamp the documents. If you don't, and your reference form comes to us, it will be rejected. And as I early on indicated, in case your accumulating 36 months experience has been gathered from different places, you are required to provide referees from all of those places to complete your application. And please take note of point number 11. That do ensure that any member you provide, ICG member, is a member in good standing. And we are a Number 16, kindly ensure that your referees are made aware. I've said it, I'm saying it again, because it's very important as well. To sign and stamp the reference form, as a form submitted without that will be rejected. The reference form must be filled by your referees in an explanatory form. It should be a narrative and not be a rating, as in good, excellent. Some will even say 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Hey, please. And then finally, part-time work experience will not be accepted. And same with references from part-time referees. I believe that what I have said so far would go a long way to help you in your membership application journey. We are here for you. But in order to also limit the many calls that come to us, for us to explain the same things which we have given you under the instructions, please take time, 30 minutes or 1 hour, to critically analyze these instructions, so that you understand it before you tackle the application will not hurt you. You've written and passed the most difficult part. This is a bit complex, I understand sometimes, but it is also easy peasy if you take time and then go through it. So on this note, I will take some questions and we'll call it a day. Thank you. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I'm done for now.
Good. So there are so many comments in the Q&A session. We'll run through some of them. So we're going to do it together. Just give me a moment.
Okay, I can answer some as we go on. Someone asked, can someone attain membership without attending the graduation ceremony? It is mandatory that you attend the graduation and admission ceremony, because you'll be taking oaths as pertains to you. You have to be present so that you will pick your certificate as well. And yes, sorry about the background sound. I'm in the office. If you've been to our office before, you know that this is a shared office. So unfortunately, we also get people coming in as well. Please, what if the portal has a middle name, but the Ghana card does not have a middle name? I've already told you about how the entire thing has to also be like, in the event that you've eliminated your middle name, please let us know in writing and have an affidavit also attached so that we take care of that. Can the institutes let us know the highest score? And so they by the train. That one there, please.
So they said the Ghana card, should it be front and back?
Yes, exactly. Yes, because you also check your signatures as well. And when is the graduation ceremony for November? Oh, my bread down. But we've already sent you a mail. November, please check your mail. Everybody has received an update. So please check your mail. You all be graduating together. Please, where are the forms as we attach? Please, where on the forms are we to attach a Ghana card? When you start filling, you will see. It is indicated on it. As soon as you complete, you know, in fact, you start, you will see what to upload them. The portal does not have my first name, just my middle name and last. How do we resolve this? How come the portal does not have, because you were the one who filled the portal. Nobody has access to fill your portal. We all fill you fill the portal yourself. So when you were filling the portal, why is it that you omitted your first name to begin with? Please send an email so that we will resolve this for you. Dates of completion has day, month, year. Who do we feel that? Hey, who? So fill it in the format as you have already explained this, so we can proceed from there. Are we supposed to strictly be in suit for the passport picture? Yes, if you are a lady, a suit, but you can also wear, ladies, at least we have a little bit of flexibility as far as our office dressing is concerned. So you can also wear an official attire or a work attire, and you can take the picture with. But the gentleman, it is strictly black or blue black suit with a white shirt and any tie. And those of you who have not qualified or even attained membership, for members tie editor pictures, please, you are warned. You are not members yet. Oh, more pass some because when I'm filling the or I'm reviewing application and I forward it, and our admissions committee members, they are very strict on these things. If you are not a member, they do not expect to see you dressed as a member. So please stop going for those your friends' ties because you want to look ICAG. You are not a member yet. Any tie is okay for now. Until you receive your own tie, please leave their ties for them and stop giving us troubles. We beg you. Okay, my new finance director is not an ICAG member. Can he sign my form together with an ICAG? Yes, please. When is the deadline for submitting the picture? Has been stated in your congratulatory letter. Please, on my Ghana card, it's my surname and first name, but on the portal, the only difference is my middle name. What do I do? Please do as we've already been told. Kindly let us know as to why the reason is you've omitted your middle name from your Ghana card, and we'll take it from there. On the portal, how do I change the profile picture? When you comment, you'll be able to do the updates on your profile picture. Please, is the sending of the passport picture for? Yes, it is. But it's been indicated. See, because I don't even understand why you'll be asking this, because I've already told you, please ensure that any email that you have received from us, treat it like you've received a check. You are going to withdraw $1 million. Just as you would know and read all the contents in the check to ensure that it's for you. Every information that you've received from us is for you. So please read it diligently and pay attention to the details so that we do not come back asking all of these questions. If you're not working, how do you then save the passport size? So please leave it. If you're not working, we know that there are some of you who are not working. So you don't need to provide your workplace, just your name is fine. Please, I work at the Department of Housing and do not have any immediate boss. So the ICAG member referencing for me is in a different department. Please, is it allowed, and how do I capture the relationship? If this ICAG member is not supervising your work, you are not supposed to provide him as your referee. Madam Esther, please, if the person is not supervising your work, please do not provide her or him as your referee. Your work, your supervisor should be the person who would be giving you, your immediate boss can give you. And if you have, definitely audit service for Babayemo audit. So please contact the auditor who came, who is an ICAG member, to give you the reference. Thank you. Can we use the ICAG app? I would advise against that. Yes, you can, but please, the app is sometimes limited. If you want to enjoy this process, please use the normal sms.icag.org and do your application from there. The system is not enabling me to edit the picture on my portal. That one day. kindly try as much as possible because it would allow you. Go, I think you might have to go to edit. Let me try and see somebody's own. You edit. I would have to talk to IT as to how you would edit your picture, but that notwithstanding, you can still proceed and then do the application. If I have master's and first degree certificates, can I upload the master's alone? If that's no. If you have master's, we would start wondering, did you just go to the university to go and do your master's? Everybody started from somewhere. If you have SHS, if you have your normal degree, HND, DBS, diploma, whatever, please upload all your educational certificates. And the column is 1 per each educational certificate. You can't put all of them under one. Point number 9 was not well explained. Point number 9, what does it say? Do not upload any documents when you provide your work history. Yes, you're not supposed to upload any. Please, as to whether you're uploading for a primary referee or not, no document is required for you to upload there. You said you are yet to receive today's. Please check your spam. If you received yesterday, then please check your spam. Please, can the PDF be converted into Word and typed by the referees and same converted back? No. Please don't convert my document. It is PDF. You only have to work in it as PDF, or you print and you let your referees fill it by writing, and then they submit it to you. Don't be converting the document for me. I beg you. It changes it. Please, are we supposed to scan the school certificates as one document? No. 1 per each academic qualification attained. I worked with Bank A for 4 years and have been with Bank B for the past 3 months since 2024. December 24. Can I take all my references from Bank A? You are still working with Bank B. So please, yes, Bank A, you can take all from there, but then still, we need you to please provide us with a referee from Bank B. Are we all to do the date of completion as 7th, or as you said? I said when you wrote your last paper. So please comply with that. Please, can you explain again what you mean by a cover letter should be attached to you? Don't attach the cover letter to the reference form. When you are sending it to your referee, please add the reference for the cover letter, because they'll be asking you questions. And those questions have already been answered in the cover letter. So please ensure to do that. Please, could you highlight the areas which pertain only to requirements for graduation? Graduation requirements have already been stated in the congratulatory letter. We only need you to send your passport picture saved with your full name and where you work if you're working. If you're not, just your full name, and you pay the graduation fees, which will be billed to your portals hopefully by next week, Thursday, and ensure that you are present during the day of graduation. That's all for now. Please, and can one ICAG member and one complete my reference form, because I'm hearing 2 ICAG members. I believe this has already been answered I talked a lot regarding this one, so please refer to the audio. Members in good standing is October 2024 list. Not enough. Please, if the person has paid, let the person show you evidence of payment.
That one is very interesting.
Even if you are feeling shy, yes, please let the person show you evidence of payment. I beg you. We've not published members in good standing for 2025 yet, but ensure that you make sure, please, that the person has paid. It's very important.
There are people who are owing for the past 3 years. You may not know.
I tell you. Well. Some of us got the congratulation messages, but not the reference forms. It is never true. Please, they are all in the attachments. Please check your attachments. Please, can I provide someone in a supervisory role who doesn't necessarily supervise my work in addition to an ICAG member? How? The person who any referee you are providing must be your direct supervisor or might have supervised your work earlier. Say a colleague line manager with whom you work together. Please, so no colleague, anyone who is giving you reference, who is on your same level or beneath your level or your rank will not be accepted. So please ensure that the person is in a supervisory role and has directly supervised your work. 22 months ago, I didn't message corrections with a rejection, but I haven't received any message again. If you are November 2024 and you've not received, we are still working on them. So please be patient. I recommended that you kindly buy Abotre tablets. I hope you are still taking the once a day pills that are recommended. Thank you very much. Please, if you have attained 36 months at your job, but your supervisor is not a chartered accountant, but your previous supervisor is a chartered accountant, can you add him as a referee? I explained this very thoroughly, so kindly refer to the audio. Can managing director and any executive director be a referee? Yes, please. The column, the portal allows for only one entry. I believe we've addressed this. What if the lecturer is your supervisor during national service? So please let him indicate that. I know that during national service, some of you were TAs. So kindly let him indicate that under referee's relationship to applicants on the reference form. Please, if you have filled the Google form with your marital name instead of the maiden name, we'll send in the official mail. I believe I addressed this. I've already addressed the name issue, so kindly refer to the audio. Yes. What form should the Ghana card? Somebody has asked this. We've answered this early on. My company's auditors have ACCA qualifications instead. Hey, at the company, no company here in our country will take auditors who don't have ICAG membership and practice license to operate as auditors in this Ghana, unless your auditors are not Ghanaians or your auditors are a foreign audit firm, which I doubt that is the case. So kindly ensure that, yes, they cannot work here in Ghana. So please come again on that. Can the head of your internal audit unit to be a referee? Yes, he qualifies because they come in and audit your work. So yes, they can. Which portal are you talking about? The student portal or what? Hey, I said, boy. So the portal, your student portal has already been migrated from student to associate. So please log back in. You see that even the interface has changed. And the reference form be handwritten? Yes, I've already addressed this. Please, if you've worked more than 36 months at your current workplace and your supervisor is a referee, can you add your NSS supervisor? You can give us all your referees from one place. Thank you. But if you still like your NSS supervisor so much, you can add that person too. Can a colleague member of the institute in a different branch of the same bank serving as a branch manager endorse reference form for me? No. The person is not your supervisor, so you can't use that person. Can an FCCA sign for you? The person can sign for you if only you are providing another referee who is an ICAG member and has supervised your work. For those of us who qualified in November 2024, when can we expect feedback? When it's ready, you hear from us. So please continue taking the Abotre pill. Please, what happens if my direct supervisor has gone on retirement and has not been replaced yet? Can he or she fill the form as a referee? Yes, please. The person can. But mind you, this person does not have unless probably the person, although on retirement, is working in a different company. So the former referee in a different company can also work here. But if this person just staying at home and doesn't have a stamp, please take it back to your HR in your former place to please give you, or your current place to please give you the reference, because the person going on retirement and not being and not working will not have the stamp to authenticate the referee or the reference form for you. What if your supervisor is not an ICAG member, but you have ICAG members in your organization who are not your supervisors? I believe you have already, but I in the internal audit team who audits your work. Yes, you can use one person and your direct supervisor as well. Must one person from the internal audit team who's an ICAG member and has been auditing your work and your direct supervisor as well. Next one, must the applicant's grade and work schedule tally with the CV roles and responsibilities? Definitely. Every information that you're provided will also be checked against your CV, so please ensure that they tally. Please, in case my referee is the CEO of the company, but he is also a doctor by profession, can he use his professional stamp? Hey, please let the person use the company that he's the CEO of, not the professional stamp as a medical doctor, unless the company is the hospital. Can I postpone my graduation to the next graduation? I've already mentioned this. Graduations are held once. You can't postpone it. So please go look for the money. Why? You suffered to write. Why do we have to postpone the celebration? Please, I qualified in November 2024. There was the same problem. Hi, Ifya, can you please speak on the updated congratulation letter that was shared today? The only update which was put in it was the extension for graduation fees and the graduation dates with the induction. So basically, that is the only information. So I don't really know what's please coming in on that. My supervisor wasn't qualified when I was with him, but he's now qualified. Can I use him? If your supervisor is qualified and a member, yes, you can use him. If he's even not a member, you can still use him. Supervisor role need it doesn't matter his qualification. He's still your supervisor. Please, Mr. Wemega is asking Ellie a question that the network is very bad. Will this recording be loaded on the page? I believe the answer is yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I have more than 10 years experience from 5 companies. Hey, well, actually, must I get references from all the 5 companies? If you've attained the 36 months from maybe your first 2, that is your current and your previous, or your current, your former and your next former, please, 3 places or 2 places is fine, provided those 2 places will give you the required 36 months work experience. Can we get a copy of the instructions you shared with us? It's already been sent to you. Please check your mail. Good afternoon. Yes, Mr. Dominic, please, I would like to plead for at least a day extension of the deadline, since almost all the days to deadline dates are holidays and our supervisors might not be available. Please, the membership form is 11th. It is 11th. That is the deadline for submission of membership application. So I beg you, no extension. Thank you very much. Did she say that all November qualified persons have had a final response? Please, I didn't say that. What I said was that we've updated and have sent to you an updated congratulatory letter. I have only received 2 mails, not 3 as stated. Then please check your mail or your spam. I am part of the November club. Please, in event that I am on an official assignment outside Ghana, which is true, with me by 19th April 2025. How do you help me? Graduation is in May, not April. So please hurry up and come back. Please, those of us who apply for membership in December, don't receive approval. That one, I can't tell. It's still being worked on. I want to maintain my maiden name on the certificate. However, my Ghana card bears my husband's name. Why did you put your husband's name on your Ghana card? And you want to maintain it? It's not possible. Please, we can't do that for you. Please bring the affidavit that you use, unless you have not gazetted the name. Write on official mail, as I earlier all indicated, so that we can work on this. From your discussion about meaning if you have not attained the 36 months, you cannot apply for membership. Yes. What if you wish to apply for membership and start to practice? You have not attained what will let you apply. So how then do you even please wait while walk up and temper? In the case you have obtained 36 months experience in your previous employment, but less in your current employment, would you need referees from both places? Yes, you would. Would the 2 referees from the previous employment suffice? No. Give us from your current and from your former. Thank you very much. Please, what about those who have not received confirmation for membership from, please, I've been answering this question over and over again. No more bottle pills, why? Not trying. So please, for ladies, we can wear any corporate aside the suit for the passport. I think I've answered this. So I did my national service for 10 months with a payments department in an insurance organization. And I currently have actual tax work experience for 2 years and 2 months. Can I apply for membership? Yes, you can. So please ensure that you provide referees from these 2 places. Please kindly touch on the cover letter that goes with the reference form. Is it just to guide the referees to fill the form, or we to attach? Please don't attach the cover letter. We don't need the cover letter, just your reference forms. So just give the cover letter to your referees and give us only the reference forms with your work schedule. Please, could you highlight the areas which pertain only to requirements for graduation? I've already done that. Can you go over the instructions number 2? I tried, but I couldn't change. I think I've already answered this one too. Can my previous supervisor, who has resigned from the company, be a referee? It's an ICAG member in good study. I've already touched on this. Please, will I get a feedback if my membership application does not conform with the format? Definitely you would. I'm an associate, now applying for membership. Do I have to email my passport picture too? Or the one in the portal is fine? And how do I generally go about the application? I believe if you are an associate, you've already received an email early this year or late last year. Please check your email. We've given you the guidelines. If not, kindly send me an email so that we would address this issue, because there are certain technicalities you also need to comply with. Please, can my previous supervisor who has resigned from be a referee? And I think we have resolved this. During the submission, we are not to hold ourselves as chartered accountants yet, but qualified or associates. Please, I want to know how we should describe ourselves on our CV. Qualified or associate accountant, yes. And I beg you, those people who fill your reference forms and you put it there that, your CV, and you enter the chartered accountant. You're not a chartered accountant yet. I beg you, please, you are not. Just indicate qualified accountant or associate. That will suffice. Thank you. The deadline for submission of passport picture is 4th March, or I don't understand. Yes, it's 4th March or 3rd March. Please ensure that you submit it by then. Not 4th March, sorry, it's 3rd April. Those applying to be associates don't have to go through all this process. Yes, you don't have to. So you only need to fill the name, that's all. Please, are we referring to the student portal? The student, you are no longer a student, so you have the associate portal. So log in, you will see that the portal has changed. And your internal auditor, who is an ICAG member in good standing, be or free while you are an account staff? Yes. Just as outside auditors are accepted, your internal auditor is also accepted. Worked in 3 different companies. However, I was the most senior finance person in the last company. In this instance, can I fall on the first 2 companies where I have more than 36 months with ICAG members? If your current company, you are the most senior, I don't really get it. But if your current place, you are not the most senior, you can give us references from there, and where you were most senior, your auditors can also provide. Please, can my previous supervisor who has resigned, I think I've already answered this. What if you do not have your SHS certificate? Don't worry, myself, I can't even find my own. So yes, you can just submit your diploma, your degree, your master's. Oh yes. Please, you will get the chance to edit your picture. I think we've resolved this. Are we to start application in our portal, or there is Mr. Akumia or Mr. I don't know if you're a male or female, Akumia Bonsu, but kindly refer to the email for guidance. Please, my membership application was rejected and I have completed the corrections highlighted and submitted since January. No more to appeals. We are working on them. I wrote my last paper on 3rd, but the last paper for the diet was on the 7th. Which should I use when you wrote your last paper? Please, I filled the second Google form on the 36 months or more. Work, is it okay? I don't even understand. That means you want to apply for membership. So yes, it's fine. So I have more than 10 years experience from 5 companies. I think we've already discussed this. Can I get all my referees from my previous employment you are required? If getting a referee from my current contract will not be possible because of the stamp, yes, that will suffice if this complication exists. And November people, we've already resolved this. Please clarify this for me. Should the referees be compulsorily ICAG members? If yes, if you have, yes, they are supposed to be. But then we've flexed it a bit that in case you don't have all ICAG members, at least one of them must be an ICAG member in good standing. Are we to upload transcripts? Please, if yes, no, we don't need your transcripts. So that is fine, unless probably you are referring to transcripts from your master's or degree. That is also accepted. Please hurry to start membership application at portals. We've already resolved this. I work with an international organization and my supervisor is Nigerian and an ICAG member. Yes, he can give you, but then you still require an ICAG member to give you a reference, of which I recommend your auditors. Can my supervisor double as one of my referees? Yes. Please, can my supervisor who has resigned, I think we've resolved this. What happens if my circumstances will not permit me to represent at the graduation? You would have to write an official document or a letter to the Director of Member Services to explain as to why that is the case. And if the reason is acceptable, you would receive a response to that effect. I am not applying for membership. What do I need to do exactly concerning graduation? It's already been resolved. I qualify for 36 months by working experience is outside. Will that disqualify me? We require work experience, irrespective of as to whether it was attained in Ghana or not. So yes, it will not disqualify you. Right? No, sorry, it will not disqualify you. With regards to it's 2 o'clock and I'm about to come to an end.
Yeah,
Okay, I have a few of them.
I think there are some people also who may want to ask questions directly. Maybe just take 2 of them or 3 of them and then we wrap up because we can't solve every problem today.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm sure we've done enough. Most of the questions are duplication of what has already been.
Yes, exactly.
So
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure
basically
we can have
that.
somebody who has a more direct question. And I hope the person is not asking a question that has already been resolved so that we don't
That
waste
is very important.
precious time. Make sure that your question has already been resolved. And if it hasn't and you need to make some follow-up clarity or whatever, I would expect your hand to be up. So I'm picking the first person, Lucky. Lucky, you can unmute yourself fast. Hello, Lucky. Lucky Doglan. Then we have, okay, we have Vicentia. Vicentia, you can ask your question fast.
Okay, thank you, please. I'm announcing that I just realized that on my portal, my date of birth is wrong, and I want to know how to go about it.
Your date of birth is what?
It's wrong.
Is wrong.
Yes, please.
So send an email so that we edit that for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, right. Then we have David Boama, your question.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Please, I'm the one whose question you were about to read and you stopped. With regards to the work schedules in Word documents that we are supposed to attach, should we submit just 1-page typed Word document to cover all referees, and should it be signed by all?
No, it's one referee per work schedule.
Okay. Any signature on it?
Lucky.
Yes, you have to authenticate it.
Okay. Thank you.
Next, please. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir, we are listening.
Yeah, please, concerning the documents we're going taking us through, I think that was the instruction for membership application. So let's say I'm not applying for membership, and then do I need to upload the passport size picture? Is that the only thing that I need to do, or there are other things that I have to do?
You are only to send us the passport picture. So please refer to the congratulation message.
And then with the portal too, how do I update the image there?
I said I would have to refer to IT so that they would give us the opportunity to be able to edit the picture.
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to ask, so I was part of the 20 November qualifiers, and I used the internal auditor for my previous company since I'm no longer and he holds an ACCA qualification because I don't have access to the external auditors. Well, is that acceptable, or I'll have to make changes to it?
Did you also provide an ICAG member?
No, from there, I didn't have anyone who had an ICAG qualification.
I don't get your question.
So I didn't have, there's no one there with an ICAG qualification, and the internal auditors there only had an ACCA qualification.
Then your application will be rejected definitely. You are supposed to provide at least one ICAG member.
So my current company, I provided an ICA qualification person. Was that
So I
suffice?
asked you, did you provide an ICAG member as
From
part
my
of your
second,
reference? You said
yes.
no.
No, that's from
But
my
for your
previous.
second, yes, so then that's fine.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's pick one last person and then we can close. Time is so fast.
Yes.
We have Josie. Is it Josie or somebody like that? Josie.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Your voice is so far away.
Hello, good afternoon. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's better now.
Yes.
Yes. Please, I think I was the one that sent the message that on my Ghana card is Josephine Lai. On the portal, it says Josephine Gloria Lai. I want the Gloria to be omitted, and I want the Josephine Lai there. I sent a mail to that effect.
Sent an email. Okay.
Yes. To you.
I think even so you have to send an email to that effect, okay?
Yeah, she said she's
Yeah, but my problem is
email
that,
to the effect.
yeah. And my problem is the discretionary editing of names. Is that okay? Because some of these things have legal implications.
Yes,
Because
so
you are dropping
yes, on my
this,
passport,
okay?
on my passport is just my passport has Josephine Lai, Ghana card Josephine Lai. It's just ICA that has the Gloria. That's how come I wanted to make it so that it will tally with all my cards. That's the only thing. Yes, please. So I've sent a mail to that effect and then attached the copy of the ECOWAS identity card.
That's okay. So thank you for your question. So I think on this note, we can shut down now. So much has been asked. I think we want to, on behalf of the think tank ICAG, for the support. She's done so well even though with a tight schedule, she's been able to come along and help us to clarify issues. So thanks to everybody. All questions may not be answered. I'm sure you can play back. For those who join late, try and watch from the beginning. I'm sure you'll get answers to some of the questions you want to ask. Even we have the recording of those who graduated or qualified in November. There are so many issues that were resolved in that video also. I'm sure some of those issues or some of those recordings can help you. So on that note, thank you, ICAG, for the support. And I hope to see everybody on the day of graduation. And I hope that nobody will call me to say that my forms were rejected. I don't think I can help anybody.
I hope so.
Right.
Because induction is 29th and 30th
Induction is
April. So you
29th.
can imagine. Yes.
Right.
29th and 30th April. So there's very little time.
The time is so short. Right.
Pay back the audio as often as
Yeah.
possible. So
Great.
that you don't suffer rejection.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. And everybody have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye.